So in this game, Aronian was black against a player who's 21-22, and that makes for a 600 FIDE point difference. So it's the round one of the Olympiad. So Aronian's playing for USA, and his opponent, who's from Panama, is a FIDE master, plays e4. Now I think this is a really interesting game because it shows you just how tenacious a 2700 player is, even when they're materially down. Here, let's be honest here, Aronian should have lost this game. He was a piece down for absolutely nothing. Somehow managed to come out on top. So let's have a look. So standard few moves, bishop b5. So this is fairly normal position. Bishop b5 is one of the main lines to the Sicilian nowadays. So we get to this position, and it's all fairly standard, probably about equal. Then Aronian plays this interesting move, knight f5, which means that white is essentially better. But it's not that obvious why white is better here. Let's have a look and see what the engine thinks. So it's actually saying h3, d3, fairly slow moves. So yeah, it's not too obvious. So white plays c3, which is one of the best moves. Now g5. See, I think, is it possible Aronian maybe here was underestimating his opponent? Thought he could play pretty much anything. So he just wants to complicate the position and outplay his opponent. Queen a4, queen c7, and this is the big blunder. So here, 3.9 to white. So that shows you that's essentially a piece up for nothing. Tactically, there's a lot of problems with this rook coming on this file. It's not crazy to this knight to hop in somewhere at some point. And let's see what the engine thinks here. g4. So g4 is played. So why is g4 such a strong move here? And why does it mean that white is essentially winning? Let's say that black played a move like, I don't know, knight g7, which isn't even on the top 5 suggestions of the engine. I think in a blitz or bullet game, 99% of players are going to play either knight h4 or knight g7 here. So let's say knight d6. It's a crusher. So we take here, takes. This rook comes with check. Then we're going to win this queen. And it's game over really. So queen b7. So he's essentially Aronian here, sacking a piece for nothing. And so yeah, if you're wondering why not just a piece up here, you'd be right. So we've just consolidated our king on the queen side. It's really exposed. Got this rook coming in. And here, bishop d7 is another mistake, begging for knight c5 to come in. See, what happens if we just play it? Knight c5. Yeah, this looks really nasty. Yeah, this, because we've got bishop a5 as well coming in. So let's say queen b5, takes. Just here, this bishop's in deep trouble. So queen a3 is a mistake. I mean, white's still just a piece up for pretty much nothing. So here, knight f1 maybe is the big mistake. And you can see what Aronian's done here. He's sort of got his bishop here on this square, and then his queen. It could ever put a situation where he get the queen g2 checkmate. So I think what he's trying to do here, Aronian, is he's trying to put demons into this guy's head, make him worried about the position, make him think that black has a stronger position than he really does, and hope that he, you know, starts playing too passively or something like that. But, I mean, it's not too much a worry. I mean, worst case scenario, white could even play d5 here. Because he's a piece up, he can just sack the pawn, put his knight on d4, should be just winning. Knight f1's a mistake. So b5. So here, made a big error. Should have played queen a5. But we can already see now, suddenly the game's become a bit, you know, the valuation's gone from, you know, +4 to white, +1, and then 0.0. So now we've got a drawn ending apparently. So 7 pawns for black and 6 for white, but this a pawn's going to get lost quite quickly. So yeah, this looks dead drawn to me. So how does black win this? d5, nice looking move. Just try and get this rook active on the d file. Now 2 rooks v 2 rooks. Even if white loses, let's say a pawn or something, it should still be drawn. The 2 rooks really good at defending. Yeah, I wonder if f4's a bit, maybe f4's a mistake here, practically speaking. I know it's 0.0 still, so it should still be dead drawn, but Why would you give black these powerful pawns connected together? It just aesthetically just puts pressure on yourself. I mean, you could play f3, it looks worse, but you play f3, at least you're stopping these pawns going together, and you know, you just play a3, h3, and you know, what's black's threat here? He's got nothing. Okay, now we can start to see, it says 0.0 on the engine, but you can start to see here, Aronian's starting to get some real counterplay, because this pawn check, rook g8 maybe, so much can go wrong here. Rook f2, see rook f2 looks natural, but it's a big blunder. So this move, see these connected pawns, and already look, this is so passive. Rook e2, wow, it is now forced checkmate and 4. I guess he just goes back to g7, rook h8, yeah. There's nothing white can do. Let's go back here. See, this should be defendable still, but these two pawns, so annoying. So easy to go wrong here for white, and yeah, this is completely lost. I mean, there's no defense, is there? Yeah, just g3 wins. Wow, what a crazy game. It just shows you how much of a fighter Aronian is there. So we go back to the position. I mean, this is just lost. I mean, if you're white here, you're sort of expecting black to resign at some point here because it's so bad. He somehow managed to slowly, step by step, cause a few complications, put a few demons in his opponent's head, and then see his opponent here was probably hoping that he could draw this ending easily, so he was a bit afraid. And then as we see, just got really active with the rooks, and these two pawns together dealt the smackdown on this lovely move g3. That's an incredible win.